Hello guys, Swagger Life here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we've got more Legend League attacks for you, Legends 1 attacks for you, with the Dragon Rider Inferno Dragon army, or Super Inferno Dragon. So in the beginning, you always want to start off with the arrow and the backpack, and use your earthquakes to try and take down as much as possible of the base, and somewhat create a pathing and a funnel for your dragons. And after that, you just spam everything else in, and you distract with your totem spells. And you use your free spells, I guess. There's not much to say. You can use the Warden ability early in the beginning if, for example, you're going into a rage compartment, like I just did right there, as you just saw. And the minion Prince ability, you also want to try and use it where you feel like there's a lot of damage, or you can even use it for, another rage compartment. And then you can use the overgrowth as either pathing or just to reduce damage. But a lot of time it's gonna be on second rage compartments as soon as they get triggered. So for example, right now that minion possibility was beautiful. I got to cover both of those air defenses and also the CC, which is not really that important, I guess. But let me tell you something else though. If you're going up against a clan castle that has headhunters in it, and also a furnace, you want to poison the headhunters instead of the furnace, because otherwise those headhunters might take down your minion prince, your dragon duke, your warden, and so on and so forth. So always try and poison the headhunters instead of the furnace. Yeah, that was a beautiful attack. I'm surprised it's going good for me, because I hate air and I'm not really good with air, but I mean, I guess we're just gonna keep on practicing. Because air is the meta right now. Like, it's just so hard to use ground strategies. So I'm just trying to find a good building for my giant arrow, and I was like, let's just go in from this um, basically diagonal angle, and I guess I got like 3 defenses, which were like 2 multi-archer towers, 1 inferno tower, and I damaged the monolith. Also, I took down an expo and a wizard tower. That's actually pretty good. And then I'm gonna go into the rage compartment. So thank God there are no headhunters, some stupid witches. Now, take a look at my dragon rider's health. They're not really that low, so as soon as they take some damage, you want to use the warden ability and also try and cover some black mines, or like seeking air mines, red loons, and so on and so forth. And I use 4 rocket loons to trigger that rage compartment. Now I can overgrowth it, and then I have my mini prince ability. I can just use it for the rage compartment as soon as the overgrowth wears off. So see, you can switch between, well, not switch, but you know what I mean. Like, either use an overgrowth for the rage compartment, or you can use the minion prince ability. It doesn't matter. But for this one, we just get more value by using the minion prince ability for the end and using an overgrowth on the rage compartment in the beginning, as we just did. And now we're gonna use the minion prince ability. I can also revive the queen. Oh, we're gonna swag some spells. So that was also a beautiful attack. Now for the third base, I mean, for this base, I'm like just trying to get as much value as possible. And if I can get my Dragon Rider to fly diagonally across, that was beautiful value. Just, oh my god, take a look at that value. That was insane value, I'm not gonna lie. My god, that was crazy value. And when there are mortars, for example, like this base around the outside, you can use Rocket Loons and then some Dragon Riders to just take them out so you can funnel for your main Dragon Riders. And I mean, there's literally, the base is gone already. Also, a quick disclaimer about it, but I still haven't maxed out all my army camps. I only have 3 of them maxed out, so I'm missing out on 3 housing space. That's actually important because I could use 2 baby dragons, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna use 2 baby dragons. I need to use, I don't know, maybe I can add another super dragon or super inferno dragon. But yeah, this base is also dumb for a scum. Now, as for this base, well, I mean, I'm just trying to get as much value as possible diagonally. So that's pretty actually good. I'm gonna try and tilt the dragon Duke more towards the left side. And I took down. My god, that stupid Rage Tower doesn't want to go down because of some stupid builders healing it up constantly. Now see, we have some headhunters, which is, oh my god. I think I kind of wasted my poison spell, but we managed to take down the headhunters. And I'm going to use an early Warden ability and probably an early Minion Prince ability as well. It depends on how the situation is looking, but I know there for 100% yes, there are going to be 100 million like loons, like Seeking Air Mines, red loons and bombs and so on and so forth. So because in the end, like there's not much damage in the end, we can just use an overgrowth for the range tower. That's pretty good. And then I still have 4 totem spells left. My god, I still haven't used my totem spells. I guess that was a pretty bad like totem spell, but at the same time not, because I took down the scatter shot. Now you really never want to have the Dragon Duke with your Dragon Riders and your Minion Prince and Warden and so on, but I mean you can't really control them. It's just, and that's why, like, if you can get a good arrow in the beginning and create funnel and pathing, most of the times you'll have your Dragon Duke going alone on one side. Yeah, this was also a beautiful attack. Now in the Clan War Leagues and in Legends, as I already said, well, not in Clan War League, but everybody's like using air right now because it's so popular. Like it's just so hard and it feels impossible to use ground strategies. First, because of how stupid the Warden's AI is and like some stupid throws and healers AI is, and second of all because of Lava Launcher and Legends 1 modifiers. So it's just best to change to air right now and try and practice as much as you can with friendly challenges. So I'm gonna use my totem spell to my advantage so I can get a perfect, beautiful giant arrow. That was insane value, my god. So I'm gonna take down like, oh my god, that value is incredible. I think I can take down that multi-inferno tower as well. Yes, we can. Let's go, bro. That value is incredible. Now, take a look. This was a beautiful example of a giant arrow with funneling and pathing. There's no way, see, I have my Dragon Duke on the left side, and there's no way my Dragon Riders are gonna split and go over to my Dragon Duke because I've created a beautiful funnel in the middle, and there are no defenses that are gonna connect my Dragon Riders to go over to the other side where my Dragon Duke is, or he's down at this point. But this is what I'm talking about. Like with the giant arrow, you want to try and get as much value as possible, and at the same time create, as much what's it called? Not as much value, but that as well, but try and create a beautiful funnel that way your Dragon Riders don't split and your Dragon Duke can remain on one side only. I'm not gonna lie, Legends 1 modifiers are too damn like dangerous, bro. I revived my Dragon Duke and he literally went down in like 2 seconds after that. I even used the totem spell just to, distract from him, but it wasn't helpful whatsoever. But yeah, this base is also gone for, which is really good. Like, as long as I get a 3-star, I don't care if I have the whole army alive or if I have one burger alive that's clutching it up. I don't care, bro, because I don't like air whatsoever, and if I'm making it work, then I'm more than happy. Now, as for the sixth attack, my god, like, I guess I'm gonna try and I don't really get that much value with the arrow right here, but a lot of times it's not about the values, sometimes about the pathing and what defense you take down. Because for example, if you take down an air sweeper, that can be game changing, but it also depends on what it is. Like one sweeper alone is not gonna take down a lot. So I didn't really get like what was that? That was like literally no value whatsoever, but it's all good though. So I use my Roculus to try and take down that Expo, that way I can have my Dragon Riders go towards this right side, and then I have my Dragon Duke, basically forcing my Dragon Duke to go towards the left side. So I'm gonna use an early Minion Prince or a Warden ability, and then I'm gonna save the Minion Prince ability, I guess, for later. And also, by the way, like time is so far I haven't had any issues with time fails whatsoever. So time is not really the issue. It's only about power. And if you can make that work, then you never have to worry about time. But I still got like I don't know how many Dragon Riders are up, which is really good. Now I'm waiting for my Minion Prince just to get a beautiful angle. That way I can use his ability and use that Dark Orb so that we can freeze everything. I guess right now is kind of good. I would just delay it even more and it would just be no point. So I know I'm gonna 3-star anyways, but yeah, this is also a beautiful attack. Now as for this base, man, I don't know what to take down, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna try and get an arrow diagonally from this bottom side where the monolith is, and hopefully try and take down. We are gonna take down the monolith, but then hopefully get an fire spitter as well. I'm gonna try and tilt him more towards the right side. There we go. That was beautiful. And by the way, you still don't need 2 earthquakes for the monolith and the Spitus and what's it called, and air defenses and so on, but I'm just using them to damage because what else am I gonna use the earthquakes for later on, or air, yes, later on in the attack. So my Lava Hound was able to lure out or activate some red loons, which is pretty good. And also this guy's using the new Logger Guardian. I guess if I was a bit patient with my Warden ability, I could have protected my Dragon Riders from that Giant Bomb and also those loons coming up. And that's something you actually can think about. But a lot of times you don't have the option to wait for as long as possible and try and use the Warden ability when everything is in the middle, because you know that those red loons and Seeking Air Mines are going to be in the center, and a lot of times you don't have the option to wait for that Warden ability for that long, so you have to use it early in the beginning. But so since I got my Dragon Rider, or a Dragon, what's it called? My god, I forgot. So since I got both of like the Mini Prince and the Dragon Duke, I can, as soon as that Ray Shower got activated, as you just saw, I use my Mini Prince or my Overgrowth, and then my Dragon Duke and Mini Prince are gonna work on this whole bottom left side, clear everything, and then go back, and I can use two of my toner spells to distract for the remaining compartments, or that remaining compartment. and we should be more than good to go. But again, you never want to try and have the Dragon Duke with your Minion Prince or with any air troops whatsoever. So I take that attack as well, even though I had no Dragon Riders alive or any troops, only heroes. But I take that any day of the week. Now, as for this base, alrighty, so I mean, I was just trying to get as much value as possible, even though that wasn't really the best value. But sometimes you have to just go for whatever uh, value you can get, because a lot of times it's really hard to find a good building to get your giant arrow. And also, if you saw on this attack, I used my Minion Prince ability early on, and I also took down those Headhunters with that Dark Orb ability. So that way I could use my Poison Spell onto the Furnace from the CC. That was a horrible overgrowth, my god. I could have 100% like called both of the Super Wizard Towers, but horrible overgrowth. I only have one total spell left, so I'm gonna try and make it count. And again, see, my Dragon Duke is with my heroes and troops, which is not good whatsoever, so I'm gonna try and make this work. And now having the Revenge Tower melting everything in the end, oh, that's a pain, bro. But I am gonna be able to clutch it up with my Dragon Duke. Now, since both of those heroes are down close to each other, I'm just gonna try and revive the right troops so I don't accidentally revive my Minion Prince, because that would have been game over. And my Dragon Duke is useless when he's close to other air troops or heroes. Like, he's literally a barbarian is like, I don't know, somewhat better. Now that's a joke for real, but yeah, that was it guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.